Well, this is a question that we all ask ourselves from time to time, and this is what I'm getting to. Are we normal or are we nuts? Dr. Keith Ablow is here to help us out. Good morning, Dr. Keith.
Good morning.
First email today, somebody writes in and says, my mother recently retired. A lot of us can relate to this. And ever since, she calls us 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a day. And I tried explaining to her that I can't always take her call because I'm working. But she insists that I'm not making time for her. Is this normal or is this nuts?
Well, listen, I'm not prepared to call her not normal or nuts. I think your mom's retired. You're working all the time. The key to understanding her may be, listen, her schedule's changed. There's not as much filling it up. You got to even wonder whether she's depressed. So instead of just trying to filter these calls and keep them at a lower number, why not ask her, hey, listen, how are things going? Because it seems like maybe you're finding that you don't have enough to fill up your time.
Maybe she's lonely, and that's a good question to ask of her mother.
Lonely, maybe even depressed. Job. Ending your job, it can take an executive who is hardy and turn that person into someone who's depressed.
That's such a good point. Okay, second one. My boyfriend just moved to the same city as me, and we moved in together. He doesn't know a lot of people. On weekends, he refuses to go out and socialize, instead choosing to stay inside the apartment and watch TV all day. Is this guy normal or is he nuts?
Well, when I read the email this morning, it also is the case that he tends not to leave the bedroom even sometimes on weekends.
Yeah.
This isn't normal. It's a little nuts. And it sounds like a true either anxiety disorder or this fellow really has lapsed into a depression. Now, psychotherapy and medicine, these are still the gold standards. But I wouldn't minimize that because, frankly, if your partner's staying in the bedroom all weekend, you got a problem.
Yeah, let's get him out and have some fun.
Unless there's a good reason for being in the bedroom.
Okay, now finally,
just thought of that.
This one. I find that I need to sit in the exact seat all the time. For example, we have a daily meeting at work, and if I get there late and somebody else is sitting in that seat, it really irritates me. I'm like this everywhere I go, at home, at my dining room table, and even at a local restaurant I frequent.
Even at a local restaurant you frequent. So
that's
look,
my chair. Get out.
That's nutty. Let's be honest.
Like Norma Cheers.
Yeah, like Norma Cheers. But listen, Norma Cheers could use a little time on my couch. Obsessive compulsive disorder, needing to do the same routine again and again, this regimented way of thinking. People convince themselves, if I can have it my way in these small ways, everything in my life will be okay. Drill down to the bottom of what's really bothering you, because it's not the chair you're in.
All right, Dr. Keith, thank you so much. And we should point out, these are real viewer emails who are writing these things.
We're deluged, which is great. Keep sending them.
All right. Dr. Keith, thank you so much. You can send those questions to us at FoxFriendsFirst at FoxNews.com. And Dr. Keith will tell you if you're normal or if you're nuts. Well,